Public pools and beaches are now open statewide. Most people know to bring the sunscreen for your skin, but what can you do to protect your eyes? Here with advice is Dr. Daniel Liebman, an ophthalmologist at Mass Eye and Ear. Thanks for joining us.
You know, it really is. It's a good topic to bring up right now, Doctor, as we get into the summer season. So let's start with sunglasses. Can you still get great protection buying that cheap pair of sunglasses at the drugstore or something like that?
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. The good news is no, price does not equal UV protection. You can absolutely get excellent quality UV protection even from a pair of inexpensive sunglasses. The key thing is really to look at the label. You're looking for 100% UVA and UVB protection, or sometimes it'll say UV 400. And even a cheap pair can often provide just as good protection as an expensive designer pair. It's also important to know that it's not just about the tint. In fact, the darkness of the sunglasses really doesn't affect how much of that UV radiation is being blocked. Even very dark sunglasses may not protect you if they don't have UV protection, so it's very important to look for that label.
Interesting. Yeah, for sure. And I never thought of this, but can sunglasses lose that UV protection over time, or can you use the same pair for years?
Yeah, so they can, but there's really no universal expiration date. Over time, some evidence suggests that UV protection can degrade with very heavy sun exposure or scratches, wear and tear, especially in lower quality sunglasses. But a lot of modern reputable brands, the UV protection is built into the lens, and it may last for some time. So I would say if your lenses are scratched, or if they're warped, if they're old, or if you're really not sure if they're truly UV 400 protection, you can either get them checked at your local optical shop, or your eye doctor's office can actually check to see if there's UV protection. But when in doubt, maybe best just to replace them or get a new pair.
And doctor, we're looking at obviously at beaches and getting in the water and whatever. Pools and beaches do create other challenges, don't they, for our eyes? Which ones do you worry most about?
So far and away, the thing I worry most about in the summer is contact lenses and freshwater or pools or beaches. Wearing contact lenses in the pool or in the ocean water can put you at risk of very, very severe corneal infection, some of which can actually be vision threatening. Every summer in Mass Eye and Ear's emergency room, we see dozens, maybe hundreds of these vision threatening infections. So very, very important to leave your contact lenses at home if you're planning to go in the water, and otherwise enjoy your time with glasses on, or with prescription goggles instead.
Yeah. Well, even if you close your eyes real tight? I'm not even joking, because I wear
even if you close your eyes real tight.
In the ocean? Yeah, well, I just figure I keep my eyes closed.
Yeah, so a lot of people do think that. Unfortunately, no, even if just a little bit of water gets in underneath the contact lens, it can be very dangerous. So best just to keep the contact lenses at home, or at least leave them in the case if you're planning to go anywhere near the water.
You know what, Dr. Liebman, this is a good excuse to get prescription sunglasses.
There you go. There you go.
A good excuse to go shopping. Okay,
and when you're putting the sunscreen on, don't forget the eyes. Protect the eyes. They're very important. Dr. Liebman, thank you so much for that. Great to see you.
Thank you so much.